In today's digital world, cybersecurity is more important than ever before. As businesses and organizations, we face a growing threat from cyber attacks. Now, these attacks can come in many forms, from phishing emails and malware to sophisticated ransomware attacks. The consequences can be devastating, leading to data breaches, financial loss, and much more. These attacks can cripple your company or organization. They can wipe you out. But today we're going to focus on cybersecurity solutions and what you can do to ensure that you face the risks with an action plan to protect yourself. And to do this, I welcome Jill Frey to the program. Jill is the president and CEO at Cummins Facility Services, a very successful building service contracting company based in Ohio. Jill, welcome to the program.
Hi, Jeff. It's always such a pleasure to be in your hot seat.
I've never heard of the guest chair as a hot seat. I like that.
Well, it's usually a hot seat, Jeff.
All right. Well, Jill, we're going to talk about an important topic today, but to set it up, tell us a little bit about Cummins Facility Services, what you do, how many clients you have, where you service the areas, and all of that.
I'm president and CEO of Cummins Facility Services. We're based in Ohio. We self-perform in about 15 up to 17 states. We've really grown. We have a lot of offices in those states, and we have almost 2,000 employees. So we're really growing and getting a lot within the states, and they're self-performed. So with that, we also have an IoT consortium that I co-founded about 5 years ago, and then a technology company. And so we bring a lot of technology into buildings. So we want the buildings to talk to us. But right now, everybody's pretty mum.
Why would you say they're mum?
I think when people are talking, that's an opportunity for cybersecurity hacks to happen. So if they're quiet, they're not talking, there's not so many opportunities for that to happen. So they're kind of quiet.
I understand. Okay. Now, Jill, we live in a world of cybersecurity attacks. It's just the reality. We hear about it all the time, impacting virtually any company and organization. So thinking about what you've built, your company, I know it's a family company, and of course, Ohio is your favorite state to work in, but many states you cover, 2,000 employees you mentioned. Just how troubling is the thought of a cyber attack on your company to you? What keeps you awake at night?
Jeff, it's this, right? It has been this. A cybersecurity attack has been a fear of mine for at least 2 years now. I asked my vice president of finance about every 6 weeks, do we have cybersecurity insurance? Yes, Jill, we have it. But I just want to confirm over and over. A lot of my friends have been hacked. I have a friend that has a manufacturing facility. She builds ambulances, and they were shut down for 3 weeks. So no ambulances at all. So it really crippled them. And that's the point of a cybersecurity attack, right? To come in and to cripple the business or to steal information. And so there's two different directions it can go, but either direction is very troubling. I mean, the last 10 days, right, with Delta and with Microsoft and CrowdStrike and everything that was going on with them. And if it's happening to Microsoft, I mean, who wants to play with Microsoft? I mean, that's a big company, right? That's a big company that has a lot of security. So if they are battled, we're going to be battled, right? This will be something definitely that we will have to incorporate into our businesses for years to come.
Now, some could say, Jill, that, you mentioned Microsoft, that's a tech company, huge global company, many ways to get in to a company like that. But we're talking about the cleaning industry. So when you think about primary cybersecurity attacks on a cleaning company, what do you think about? What are some ways they can get in? What are your concerns there?
Yeah, it's a really good question. So there was an attack, a very big account was attacked, and they actually got in through the HVAC app that was into the building, right? So when you think of a building, you think of janitors, you think, well, what could they possibly take from a janitor? But you've got the security codes, you've got the access, you've got the bank accounts, you've got, the invoicing numbers, you've got your employees, social security numbers, their banking accounts. You've got so many things that are a priority that someone would want to data mine. And that's so much, there's so much value that in that. It is not fair to our employees. It's not fair to us, right? We've worked so hard and we work so hard every day. It's a hard business. And then to layer this cybersecurity on top of it, it's real and we have to do it or we won't have companies, right? It's just another thing that we have to talk about and we have to be prepared for.
It is sobering, that's for sure. Jill, as a business owner, how would you ensure that a company's cybersecurity policies and procedures are followed by everybody? So many people involved.
It's all communication, Jeff. It's communication protocols. As we all know, AI is out there. I'm being cloned right now. My voice is being cloned. There's nothing about me that can't be recreated in an AI platform. And, that could go into my finance department, that could go my accounts payable department, and they truly believe it's me. I've got two examples. This week alone, there was an email chain that was sent to me. Somebody had disguised them as myself and said, I received this email from Jill Frey. She approved this $70,000 invoice. I need you to pay it immediately. And my accounts payable came back to me and said, Jill, should we pay this? And I said, absolutely not. So that was key. We have secret words that we tell each other that if we're in a situation that I'm not in the office, they can say, hey, Jill, what's our secret word or what's our secret phrase? And I'm able to tell them, we have security questions and security answers. But I have these two fobs, Jeff, that have changed my life. This is my Chase Bank fob, and I cannot access my account without putting these 6 digits in. And these 6 digits change every 30 seconds. Is it a pain? It is a pain. But I've had this for 2 years. And Chase said to me, we are not going to let you have an account with us unless you have this fob. Okay, great. So this keeps my money safe. And then I have this fob that is a fob that has to go into a computer, a USB-C port, and I have to put my fingerprint on it. So I have to put it into the computer and in my fingerprint to verify that it's me. So no one is stealing my emails and they're not stealing my money. So I've had these for the last couple of years and they've really helped. So this is something that we're doing to prepare our company, right, against people trying to hack into our emails or hack into our money, right? That's the last thing we want people to steal is our money. We work so hard for it. And to carry this fob around, I mean, when I go on vacation, I'm carrying like anywhere I go, I have this fob and I can't get to do a Venmo or do a PayPal or anything like that. I have to have this fob.
Well, at least you're
So
protected.
super protected, right?
Mhm.
And I feel good about it now. And I really think since I have this fob for my emails, that the person that tried to impersonate me wasn't able to hack into my email, right? And send an email to my accounts payable. So they had to generate their own email from me. So I do think that saved me.
Yeah. Well, we use technology as we best we can. I'm waiting for the day when they just scanned your eyes and there's nothing else you have to carry except yourself. Wouldn't that be nice?
Oh,
An
it's
eye
already
scan.
happened.
Just look in the camera and get scanned. So Jill, let's talk about this. You mentioned earlier, you asked your finance manager about, do we have insurance? Are we protected? What do you do there at Cummins to make sure that you are? You have insurance and some kind of a cybersecurity policy. Can you talk about that?
Sure. That's when you've got your pillars of foundation coming in, right? You've got your accountants, your attorneys, your workers' comp, your insurance, and now your cyber insurance. And it's based on your size, right? And how many states you're in and how many employees you have. And that can dictate what kind of insurance you need. And being in that group of your powerful pillars, right, of your foundation of your company and having those partners is going to help you. How am I going to be protected? How am I going to have the least amount of impact? right? We want to be proactive and not reactive. And I know that ISSA has some good cybersecurity assurance and programs out there now. And I think that that's really beneficial because we're all in this ecosystem. We're in this ecosystem together, and it's going to take our ecosystem, our foundation partners. It's going to take all of us to get through this. And in my opinion, we can't do this on our own, right? It's going to take all of us to get through this.
So for your company, how would someone like yourself assess cybersecurity assurance and insurance needs and options? What are the things that you must have and that are non-negotiable?
That is where you pull the experts in, right? And it depends on how nitty gritty you want to get, right? If you have a hack, do you want to protect your employees, right? What are the options for your employees? Do you want to give them some insurance to help them if there is a hack? A lot of insurance companies will not help if there was a breach within your company. If, for example, my accounts payable would have sent that $70,000 to the email to the company that wanted it, then that would not be considered a hack because we helped with that. We participated in that. So you've really got to have your procedures and your policies in place to make sure everybody knows what's going on. The left hand knows what the right hand's doing, the right hand knows what the left hand's doing, because they will only support you and help you if it was a complete hack from the outside. So that's something to think about too, right? And learn the rules, like learn what's out there. One of my favorite quotes I'm looking at, and I kind of think to today, is running into the unknown. This is the complete unknown, and we've got to run into it. We've got to figure it out fast because we, again, have to be proactive and not reactive. So how do you get on top of that, right? And how do you see what's going on in all these other companies? And how do you take that information and apply it to your company?
Jill, fantastic information. All those watching can embrace these ideas, these concepts, these concerns, and make sure they're protected. Anything else you'd like to add in closing?
ISSA just started a new tech committee, and it's fantastic. And they are going to be having some presentations and some speeches on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of ISSA in Las Vegas. Karina Neff is doing a fantastic job leading this, and there's going to be lots of information. So just watch out for that. I know we're doing a program on cybersecurity and best practices for it. So that might be good to look at too. So I know that ISSA is going to be such a strong resource for us in getting through this. And I'm so excited that the convention is just right around the corner and we can be prepared for this and find out some new information, so we can all get through this together. And we don't have to worry about people stealing money from our bank accounts or stealing our employees' information or anything like that. We can run a really great company.